There's a reason homeopathy works, and it's not a mystery. It's actually physics, quantum physics to be exact. It's water behaving like an antenna. So the cell salts are one of the most tangible ways that we can see this principle in action. Cell salts are microminerals, the 12 foundational salts that make up the structure of our human tissue. They conduct electricity, guide communication, and maintain the charge inside of every cell. And when they're prepared homeopathically, they're diluted and shaken again and again until almost none of the original mineral remains. Actually, I think statistically, none of the mineral does remain. And yet, that solution still carries its energetic fingerprint, its frequency pattern encoded into the water itself. At first, this seems impossible. How could something that's not there still have an effect? To understand that, we have to look at the work of the amazing Dr. Luc Montagnier, a Nobel Prize-winning virologist who discovered the virus HIV. After his breakthrough in virology, Montagnier began to turn his attention to study what he called the electromagnetic behavior of water. He took vials containing tiny fragments of bacterial DNA and diluted them repeatedly in extremely pure water dozens of times so that statistically not a single molecule of the original DNA remained. Then he placed these highly diluted vials inside of a metal cage to shield them from external noise while exposing them to a weak natural electromagnetic background field, something akin to what the Earth would give off naturally. So what happened next was astonishing. The water began to emit its own electromagnetic signals specific to the DNA that had once been there. These were not random vibrations. These were reproducible, measurable frequencies that could be recorded with sensitive instruments. Montagnier then ran a second part of the experiment. He decided to take a separate vial of completely pure water, no DNA or prior contact, and he placed it near the signal-emitting vial, still under that same weak electromagnetic field. And after 18 hours, the second vial of water began to emit the exact same electromagnetic pattern as the first. It had never even contained the DNA at all. It had just copied the signal through resonance. When his team later added the basic building blocks of DNA into that second pure water vial and initiated the normal enzymatic reactions, a strand of DNA reformed and it matched the sequence of the original sample. In other words, water stored and transmitted biological information purely through electromagnetic fields. It remembered. That discovery reframes homeopathy completely. When a substance is potentized, diluted, and succussed, the process imprints its electromagnetic signature into the water's structure. The result is not a chemical solution, but an informational one. Water, as Montagnier showed, can receive, store, and broadcast coherent frequencies. So when you take a homeopathic remedy, or a cell salt for that matter, you're not ingesting matter so much as pattern. You're introducing a signal that your own body's waters can recognize. Every system in the body, blood, lymph, and especially the cerebral spinal fluid, is water-based. We're basically just big sacks of seawater, you guys. And that water isn't inert. It's a liquid crystal, an organized matrix that conducts light and electricity. When a potentized remedy enters that system, its structured water communicates with your structured water. The frequencies align. The body receives a reminder of how coherence feels. Cell salts are particularly special because they still carry a trace of the mineral's physical blueprint, while also holding its energetic code. They act as translators between chemistry and consciousness, bridging the material and the electromagnetic. They don't override your biology, they remind it how to organize. When a tissue is depleted, when the nerves need cali-phos or the connective tissue needs calc fluor, the cell salt doesn't force healing. It doesn't bulldoze. Rather, it restores the signal that tells the body how to use those minerals already within your fluids. Seen this way, homeopathy isn't superstition. It's simply biophysics. It's information meeting information. It's the resonance between the field encoded in a drop of water and the field vibrating inside of your cells. Dr. Montagnier's work gave us a glimpse of how that is possible. Water as a medium of memory and transmission, an antenna that holds the songs of what it has touched. So, when we dissolve a few cell salts under the tongue, we're not simply taking a supplement. We're engaging in a conversation with the body's waters, reminding them of the frequencies they need to be in balance. Healing, in this view, is coherence restored, the moment when the water inside begins to sing in tune again.